The members of Germany's Social Democrats have backed a coalition government with the Conservatives. Earlier this month, the centre-left SPD agreed to join a government led by the centre-right CDU-CSU. Now the deal has passed its final hurdle, clearing the way for Conservative leader Friedrich Merz to become Germany's next chancellor on May 6th. And earlier I spoke to our chief political correspondent Nina Hase at the headquarters of the Social Democrats in Berlin, and I asked her if the SPD is now fully on board.
Well, that's how the leadership sees it, right? Some 360,000 SPD members were asked and more than half participated, and 84%, that is a very decent result. So the party leaders are happy and they are proud of their party, they say, for having received this very strong support to go into this next controversial coalition with the Conservatives. It's not the first time that the SPD has to form a coalition government together with the Conservatives. It's not a marriage of love. There is a lot of skepticism in the party, but I do see three main reasons why in the end so many SPD members voted in favour. One, the party scored a historically bad result in this year's elections, only 16.4%. That is not seen before in the party history, which is a very long history. And still they managed to negotiate a good deal with the Conservatives. And then two, of course, they also knew if they don't say yes, then that would probably mean fresh elections. And then that would mean an even worse result for the party as it stands at the moment, and a better result yet for the far-right AfD party, which is something that the SPD also want to prevent from happening. And then the third point is that they are familiar with the Conservatives. They know what to expect. It's not the first time, as I said, but now they do have the support from their membership base, which was important because of the big skepticism.
Now, the Conservatives already have nominated their ministers. What about the SPD? What are you hearing there?
Well, we're hearing that Lars Klingbeil, who is one of the leaders, the two leaders of the SPD, has been appointed to become vice-chancellor under Friedrich Merz in that coalition, and he's now been tasked with setting up the list of the other half of the cabinet. So he'll appoint the 7 people who will then head the ministries in that coalition government, and we'll hear that tableau on Monday. But one thing does seem to be clear: if he's vice-chancellor, then he'll probably get the finance ministry. And another name is also not in question, really. It's highly likely that Boris Pistorius, the popular defense minister, will keep his job. Other than that, it's going to be a little trickier for the party that has promised to present a younger generation. They will also want to appoint more women, so we'll have to wait. But definitely one thing is clear: Lars Klingbeil is somebody who says that he has a good working relationship with Friedrich Merz, and we are going to see a lot of pragmatists in that new German government that we're going to see as of next week.
OK, what are the next steps then, briefly?
On Monday, we'll hear who will get which ministry on the part of the SPD. On Tuesday, the next cabinet will be sworn in, and Friedrich Merz, the next German chancellor, will take over the chancellery also on Tuesday and then travel to Paris as his first step as German chancellor as early as next Wednesday.
Our chief political correspondent, Nina Hase, there reporting from the SPD headquarters. Thank you very much, Nina. Now, if everything is going according to Friedrich Merz's plan, Germany's next foreign minister will be his longtime ally, Johann Wadephul. His appointment marks the first time a Conservative has held the position in almost 60 years. Matthew Moore now has more on how Wadephul is planning to shape Germany's role in the world.
Johann Wadephul wants Germany to assert its power again.
The first foreign minister from the CDU in almost 60 years.
That's what he's pushed for as a leading foreign policy voice in Berlin. Now he'll be in the hot seat himself, and has pledged unwavering support for Ukraine in a message to Donald Trump.
We will do each and every thing concerning this war together with our European partners, together, of course, included with the United States of America, where we'll strengthen our efforts to bring the United States in and to make clear to Trump administration that it is in their very interest to have a very strong Ukraine in the European community right here.
Vadeful is a senior member on the German Parliament's Foreign Affairs Committee and in recent years a key advisor to future Chancellor Friedrich Merz. In December, he joined Merz on a visit to Kiev. Unlike the previous government, they told Volodymyr Zelensky that they're ready to deliver Taurus missiles to Ukraine.
We want your army to be capable of hitting military targets inside Russia.
But above all, their vision is to return Germany to a leadership role in Europe. To that end, Vadeful has spent recent weeks in London, Warsaw and Rome, meeting his future colleagues. Preparation for what is one of Germany's toughest jobs.
What does it feel like to know that next week you will be Germany's foreign minister?
It's still a new feeling, still astonishing for me a little bit, and I feel the responsibility for Germany.
That heavy burden means that for the first time in decades, the Conservatives will hold both the Chancellery and the Foreign Ministry. An opportunity for Germany to speak with one voice on the world stage at a critical time.